Life is serious business. It's not something to be taken lightly, except by those who don't take anything seriously. Figuring out how to live life is a big deal. It's risky and full of dangers. There are always things that could go wrong and mess up our happiness. But you know what? It's the worrying that really messes with us. Worrying too much takes up so much of our mental space and energy that it starts to harm us. Think about all the times you've worried. Remember all those big, scary things people warned you about. Well, guess what? None of them ever actually happened to you, right? That's something to be happy about. If those things did happen, you might not even be here today. So instead of worrying, let's focus on living life fully and enjoying the moments we have. Most of the things we worry about never actually come true. We all have those people in our lives who mean well but love to exaggerate. They try to seem important by listing all the terrible things that could happen. By the time they finish, you might start questioning why you bother living at all. But the truth is, those terrible things they talk about usually never happen anyway. Imagine a family getting ready for an exciting trip. They're checking their car to make sure it's in good shape, looking at the tires, and mapping out the best route. It's smart to be cautious about these things, but it wouldn't make sense for them to dwell on the fear of crashing and imagining the worst possible outcome. If they let that fear take over, the whole trip would become a scary experience, overshadowed by worry and anxiety. Instead of enjoying the adventure they've planned, they'd be consumed by fear at every turn. So instead of letting those exaggerated warnings and worries ruin our plans, let's focus on being prepared and then enjoy the journey. Life is meant to be lived and enjoyed, not spent worrying about things that probably won't happen. Many people approach life in a similar way. They focus so much on the potential dangers and negative outcomes that they forget to enjoy the journey. Just like the family on their trip, they let fear control them, turning every moment into a nightmare instead of embracing the wonderful opportunities life has to offer. Worry is like fear making scary pictures in your mind. When you keep looking at those pictures over and over, you start to believe in them, even if they're not real. It's like a radio station playing negative thoughts all the time. But most of the time, those thoughts are twisted or not completely true. Worry tricks you by only showing part of the story, making things look worse than they are. It focuses on the negative side and convinces you that's the only truth. Worry has the nerve to suggest that the elevator only goes down. Often, worry is like a loud alarm for a small problem, and it's a waste of useful emotion. It's wasted mental energy. It's like running the car battery down when the car won't start. Worry usually comes from not having all the facts, not fully understanding the situation, and not being prepared with the right skills, knowledge, courage, and faith. Worry is like a little voice in your head saying bad things will happen and you can't stop them. It makes you feel scared and stressed. Think of worry as a fire alarm going off when there's just a bit of smoke in the trash can. It's like your brain wasting all its energy on something that doesn't really matter. It's like leaving your car's engine running until the battery dies because the car won't start. Worry happens when you don't have all the information or you're not ready for something. It's like trying to cook without all the ingredients or the recipe. Worry makes you feel like you're missing something important, like knowledge or courage. But really, you have everything you need to handle whatever comes your way. This should help us understand worry better. Remember, if left unchecked, worry can become like a mad dog loose in the house. The sorrow, pain, and regret it causes are too big a price to pay. So it's important to deal with worry now. If you thought about all the suffering in the world for too long, it would drive you crazy. You need to understand how life is. Human suffering, cruelty, war, disease, and poverty. But you have to keep these things in the right balance in your mind and emotions. Worry might be the biggest killer. Even if it's not the main physical killer, though doctors say worriers die sooner than non-worriers. And we've all heard the saying, worry yourself to death. It is the biggest killer of dreams and achievements, of energy, vitality, and lifestyle. I know firsthand how damaging worry can be. For about 3 years, I let worry take over my life. I became a super worrier, really good at it. I worried about everything. My situation, what people thought of me, my money, my skills, the future, and my progress. All these worries led to a complete physical breakdown, a stay in the hospital, and total emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion. I fell into a deep despair I couldn't shake. It was a sad situation for a young man who should have been working towards his dreams. I'm happy to say that good fortune came my way. I met a man named Mr. Earl Schoaf, whose ideas and inspiration, along with the help of a very close friend, helped me navigate through the minefields of worry and disaster. Eventually, I made it out into the clear air of mental sunshine. If I did it, Anyone can do it. I'm not saying it's easy. It took me almost a year to break the worry habit. It required a lot of practice and effort, but it was definitely worth it. Remember, don't ask for the task to be easy. Just ask for it to be worth it. Don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. Don't ask for fewer challenges. Ask for more skills. Don't ask for fewer problems. Ask for more wisdom. It's the challenges that give life its color, meaning, and adventure. Wishing them away is like wishing your life away. Question what your mind tells you or what others say, and promise yourself not to fall for false alarms. Saying, "I've had it," is a good start. This first step will help you argue with your worry thoughts. Soon you'll start examining your fears and worries to see if they are real, and you won't let your mind play tricks on you anymore. You can get rid of any emotion like worry and fear by a simple method. Just analyze it thoroughly. Lay it out, compare it to your past experiences, and see if it holds up. By doing this, you'll start to control your worries instead of letting them control you. This is the first step towards being in control. Use your concerns and initial worries as prompts to learn, ask questions, and consider all angles to find the best course of action. You can then say, "I will let fear inform me of the facts, but I won't let it control my reaction. I will choose faith over doubt, reason over fear, and positive expectations over worry." One of the most important lessons in life is this: life and business are like the changing seasons. The key challenge is to handle the tough times winter and take advantage of the good times spring. Winter will always come, but so will spring. Night follows day, but day also follows night. The tide goes out, but it always comes back in. Opportunities come after difficulties, just like difficulties come after opportunities. Learning what to do in the good times summer to prepare for the tough times winter is crucial for survival. Happiness, wealth, peace, security, success, safety, friendship, rewards, results, and all achievements come from understanding and managing these changing seasons. Each day, each event, each season brings both expected and unexpected challenges that we must think about and make decisions on. Life is like a stream that flows continuously. The better we understand that, the better chance we have to produce good results out of all of our challenges. Disappointment is like winter, it always comes. It's unrealistic to say, "Don't be disappointed," but you need to manage your disappointment. If it takes up more than half of your time, you're in trouble. Constant disappointment is like having winter all year, which would leave very little alive. Use the idea of seasons to adjust to the important things that happen to you. Emotions like concern, fear, and disappointment are useful if kept in the right balance. If you ignore them, they can take over. Disappointment rules, worry spreads, fear takes control, and doubt moves in. But if you manage these emotions with action, knowledge, and purpose, you can keep them in check. Gardens can overcome weeds, faith can overcome doubt, and confidence can push worry into a small corner. When worry feels overwhelming, remember that it's like winter, it always comes, just like night follows day. Some things in life will always cause concern, and sometimes that concern turns into worry and fear. But this is normal and to be expected. If you've made it through everything that's happened in your life so far, even when you've made mistakes, think about how much you can achieve by starting to do the right things. The best way to combat worry is with confidence. And confidence begins with being aware. What is the first step? My best advice is to recognize worry for what it is, admit what it does, and then decide you want to be free from it. It starts with a decision from you. And you should decide, why let worry keep taking money from your pocket and bank account? Why let it stop you from reaching your full potential? Why let it take away better friendships, better business, better profits, better results, better communication, and better family relations? Why impose your worry on others any longer? It's a burden you can get rid of and a weight you can lift off your shoulders. Why not get rid of those sinking, nagging feelings that things won't be okay, that you can't do it, and that things won't work out? Worry is unnecessary concern that takes up too much of your mental and emotional energy. We all need to be concerned at times. Here's my best advice on worry. First, don't be afraid to face reality. It's not negative to understand that tough times, winters will always come. Don't be fooled. Don't cut the word impossible out of the dictionary. The Bible says all things are possible, but I don't fully understand that. Don't say, "I don't want to hear about the problem, see the difficulty, notice the weed, or hear anything negative, only positive things." That's foolish. There is a thin line between positive thinking and fooling yourself, and between faith and foolishness. Here's the key. Humans can see things as they are facts and also imagine how they could be better faith. You gather facts, but you develop faith. Facts support your beliefs, while faith is the belief that you can achieve something big, like moving mountains, without needing any conditions met first. Faith doesn't need proof to exist, it just is. Remember, people are willing to die for their faith or give up everything they own for it. Here's a good prayer. Help me see things as they are, help me see how they could be better, and then inspire me to take action. Combining facts, faith, and action is powerful for personal progress. Taking action also helps overcome fear. An Old Testament phrase says, "Watch the end, you sluggard. Consider their way and be wise." Why not follow this advice? It's a great suggestion. The second key to mastering worry is to take action. Develop a strong desire to be free from worry and focus on building your life and lifestyle. Don't wait any longer. Look at your opportunities with fresh eyes, find new ways to take advantage of them, and make them work for you. A crucial point is to be dedicated to mastering yourself with enough discipline to excel at your current job and prepare for the next step up. Seek out every possible motivation to keep things in perspective. Now, let's move on to an important point. The best answer to worry is confidence, especially self-confidence. I can handle next winter better because I have a strong shelter stocked with supplies. I know how to take advantage of spring, and I'll plant better and bigger crops. I can get through summer without quitting. This time I'll study weeds and learn how to get rid of them. I'll be less scared of changing weather and sudden storms in the fall. I'll be more careful in harvest without complaining or blaming anyone for the amount I get. I'll save a good portion so I can survive tough times even if things go wrong. Remember, the biggest threat to self-confidence is guilt from not doing everything you can. Knowing how to do things only to the best of your current ability can weaken your confidence. Most of our worries come from this lack of confidence, which is mainly caused by two things: not having goals and not being disciplined daily to achieve them. When you don't take action on small tasks, it creates guilt, which makes you focus on what's wrong and expect bad outcomes. So listen to the lessons from nature, experience, wisdom, and books. Let everything teach and guide you. Remember, opportunities and challenges both need action. Hard work makes anything possible. It's not about what you can do, but what you will do that matters. Undeveloped abilities stem from three problems. First, not being inspired to explore. Second, not having a reason to learn. And third, not spending time and effort to develop those abilities. This brings us back to the main point: self-development. Focus on improving yourself more than anything else. The key to success, whether in economics or mental health, is self-development. Everything will get better when you improve yourself. What you become is what truly matters, and you are the only one who can change that. A good way to put it is, you can't be positive, confident, and full of faith all the time. But confidence, faith, courage, and inspiration can overpower worry and fear. Physical and emotional forces are always at play, and one of them will win. Make sure you give yourself the best chance to gain control over your thoughts and emotions to face your challenges. One of the main keys to a good life is learning to manage your emotions wisely. By balancing your emotions correctly, you can start making big changes in your life. Start by saying, "I'm done with worrying. I'm tired of feeling beaten down and bothered by negative thoughts. I won't be fooled by false beliefs. I'm not that weak. I don't want to feel sick inside from these mental alarms anymore. I'm tired of wasting my energy and feeling embarrassed about my lack of confidence. I don't want my family or anyone else to see me like this anymore. I have more to offer. I won't let my life be held back by letting my mind run wild with distorted facts. Whether they come from me or someone else, I will prove it to myself." Remember, humans are amazing and resilient. Think about how your body and mind have kept going despite all the worry. Humans are tough and don't give up easily. Make a plan for your life instead of just drifting along and letting things happen to you. Create and control your own environment by working on yourself. Start taking action to improve your life. Make decisions, finish tasks, get organized, and start new projects. Do things that make you feel better, like exercising, eating healthy, and reading more. Take many positive steps forward and be grateful for the progress you make. Make a list of everything you have, both physical and non-physical. Think about all the things you possess. Compared to the 4 billion other people in the world, your list is probably amazing. Being grateful for what you have should lead you to develop discipline. Discipline means sitting up and listening, paying attention, giving your time and focus to people and kids, staying alert, taking care of yourself, resting, eating properly, speaking well, and practicing good manners. Remember, kindness is contagious. Spend one day taking as many positive steps and starting as many projects as you can. At the end of the day, review and write down all the positive things you did. The progress on projects, rest, exercise, meals, hobbies, calls, conversations, and letters. Get a friend to help you gather all the facts and prepare for action. A good friend will give you honest feedback. Talk to yourself right now and change your attitude. Be convincing and show yourself the bad consequences if you don't change and the good life you can have if you do. Tell yourself it must feel amazing to stop the panic and save my mental, emotional, and physical energy. Imagine using all that saved energy and strength for my plans to live a better life. Take on the challenge, trust your beliefs, and question your doubts. Make it your mission to fight worry, like being your own strict judge. Tell yourself, I'm done with hearing only the negative side. Worry hasn't shown all the facts. I reject these mental tricks that try to put me down. I want the whole truth. And if worry keeps talking, I'll hold it in contempt of my logical mind. Remember this scene whenever worry tries to bother you with the same old tricks. It will help you every time.